Hello everyone, my name is Julia and this is my book talk. Hope everyone's doing well, especially during the last couple days of the semester. So the book I chose to read today or share today is called The Field by Baptiste Paul and illustrated by Jacqueline Alcantara. So a little bit more about the author. First off, Baptiste Paul was born on the small island of St. Lucia, which is in the Caribbean. So this Caribbean-born author is a native Creole speaker who enjoys sharing stories of his personal experiences. So to date, he has 3 children's books. He's won the Sonia Lynn Sadler Award and has appeared on the Horn Book Fanfare Bust 2018. So as a child, he loved to read and write, but really didn't think of himself as like an aspiring author. So he also enjoyed like playing sports and soccer as a kid. So because St. Lucia is such a small island, there was only one library and he would walk up to 12 miles one way and 12 miles back, so 24 miles total just to go to the library. So now in his spare time, he enjoys playing soccer, roasting his own coffee, grilling, and he really enjoys visiting schools. So although he was born in St. Lucia, he currently lives in Wisconsin and he travels to different schools and like talks about his books and shares about like diversity and such. He says in an interview that his stories are fueled from his passion for diversity, inclusion, and uninhibited play. So next is about the illustrator, Jacqueline. So she's a freelance illustrator whose first published work was actually The Field. Her illustrations from this book won her the We Need Diverse Books Illustrators Mentorship Award in 2016. And with her experience working with children has led her to focus on like more children's books. In an interview, she mentions that she is on a specific pursuit to do projects that feature a diverse main character, meaning she talks about like meaning being more inclusive, showing more people of color and not just like the main, just like not like mainstream characters. So some cultural background about St. Lucia is, of course, it's an island. So it's actually where the story takes place in St. Lucia. The island is 238 square miles long and 14 miles wide. So if you think about that, it's really not that big. It's a mountainous island created from ancient volcanoes. It has plenty of rainfall. It's known for its fishing villages and plantains. So the cultural background overall of the island has been influenced by African, French, and English heritage. So the official language of the island is Creole, which is a form of French, patois. I don't know how to say that. So the people of St. Lucia are primarily Catholic and practice this religion. Traditional foods include diverse like French cuisine with flavors from the West Indies. So a summary of the book along with some images that will be attached at the bottom is... So basically, generally, like in the beginning, there was a boy who was already in a soccer uniform, ready to play, kicking the balls through the trees there in St. Lucia, and his brother joins him, and they decide that they want to gather other kids from their a village to play with them. So they find like a local fruit seller who agrees to like referee the game. And so next thing you know, they're like shooing away cows and like clearing a field so they're able to play soccer. And you see that like kids like bringing in goals and such like that they made. Next thing you know, they're playing a game, they're passing, shooting, yelling this way, that way. And it's really cool because the book also uses the native Creole language and phrases. So it's like a mix of English and that native language. So then it starts to rain and it potentially threatens the game, but all those kids continue to play and have fun, and they keep playing until their moms call them in and the story comes to an end when, again, their mom calls them in and everyone goes to sleep and they continue to dream about playing soccer. So something that really intrigued me about the book and why I really liked it was because not many American students obviously know about international like children's books, and that's what we're learning about in this class, but specifically like islands. And I think it was interesting because St. Lucia is so small, and that this book's about soccer, which is one of the most inclusive sports all around the world, and almost every country has a team. So I thought that it could reach out to kids who can relate to sports and such. Also, it's diverse in the sense that the characters are children of color, so that also is very inclusive. So again, it just provides a glimpse into the island life that the U.S. children may not be inclined to. So that, and then also lastly, something that I feel, or a book that this could relate to would be, I was thinking Seed Folks, only because that book is about so many different diverse people sharing like the community garden. I felt that this would be appropriate to also share something as diverse as this, but at the same time with a sport like soccer, bringing it all together, whereas, you know, it's like one common theme. So thank you for listening.